cube spin and other 80s transitions. These are the transitions I've most been looking forward to talking about. Not because they're any good, but because they're so bad that they're good. Sometimes. And understanding the history of transitions will really help you to understand a lot of the weirdness that still exists with some transitions and effects today. The cube spin is a silly transition from, I think, the 80s, and it was also used a lot in the 90s, but it's fallen out of favor because it looks, stupid. But this kind of shit blew people's minds back in the 80s. It was new and exciting. They loved it.
That's pretty incredible. It seems like there are all kinds of possibilities that are possible now.
It's endless.
Maybe they can create an effect that would make you disappear.
Savage. It's not just the cube spin. Back then, they just loved taking video sources and moving them around, spinning them, stretching them, adding a bunch of weird trails and other over-the-top color effects. No wrong answers. Anything goes. As computers got smaller and cheaper, these ridiculous effects and transitions made it into the hands of amateur video makers.
That works well.
With products like the Video Toaster. It had puzzle pieces, gears made of static, pouring water, the cube spin of course, woman pulling down a projector screen, and the golf transition, among many, many others. That last one was even parodied in a Captain Disillusion video. Shout out to John Holt for uploading all these. Excellent work. But as time went on and tastes matured, we can see these early experimental effects and transitions for what they really are. Cheesy, distracting nonsense. Most of these zany transitions were gradually phased out of most video editing software, while the simpler wipes and dissolves that we still use today have remained. But if you want to make a period piece set in the 80s, you'll have to go digging around to find whatever zany transitions still remain. Premiere's built-in cube transition is barely a shadow of the original, so it's barely worth using. Fortunately, Maxon Universe has a proper cube transition. It also has a more complex Rubik's Cube transition, perfect for my video about making a Rubik's Cube mosaic. I've edited over 1,000 videos, and I've only used these transitions in that one. NewBlue actually has the best Rubik's Cube transition I've seen. It's called 3D Sliced Cubes, and it's got parameters for cohesion, depth, number of slices, orientation, ebb and flow, fog, shine, and so on. Everything you could possibly need to make a super cheesy transition. It was while writing this section of the script that I came up with this rule of thumb. Any transition that makes you aware of the edges of the video clip is a cheesy transition. It can help to think of video as a window to another world, and the edges of the clip are analogous to the window frame. So if the window of your house suddenly flies away, that's basically breaking the fourth wall. With some exceptions, video is two-dimensional, but it's actually depicting a three-dimensional world. So any effect or transition that treats video as a two-dimensional rectangular shape that can just be moved around and even distorted by an otherworldly 3D perspective is just cheesy or breaks the fourth wall. Again, it's totally fine if that's what you want, but you need to be aware of it. Pixelan, in particular, still has so many absolutely insane and cheesy transitions that do so much more than just revealing the video edges. I actually love it. I'll talk more about Pixelan in a dedicated video. You just watched one chapter from a longer transitions tutorial, which you can also watch right now for free from the link below, or just click this little thingy on screen right now. The tutorial covers nearly every useful transition and every transitions vendor. I'll see you there.